Food allergies?
On my wedding?
Just eat the salad and the fruit.
Hey, it's Marie.
And it's Jay.
And we see you go on a lunch break, and we also on a lunch break. Look, how cool it is, right?
So usually we wonder what people bring for their lunch breaks, whether they're at work, they're watching this while hanging out at home. But I think this is a good story because it tells us what, where, and why people brought their lunch over. So we're going to be reading a story from the subreddit, Am I the Asshole?
Our favorite one.
Am I the asshole for bringing my own food to a wedding? Now, what kind of situation do you think this is? Well, you already got your answer. But it's just like, what do you think? They just don't like, you think they're a picky eater?
Picky eater, allergic, just a asshole. It could be. And it's just like, I don't like the food that you're gonna, like, you know, like sometimes wedding, they just like, oh, we're gonna have this, and that. And it's just like, I don't like that shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna eat that.
Well, let's find out what it actually is.
Yeah.
So I, a 36-year-old female, went to my college friend's wedding last year. I was really excited for it. She's a good friend and I wanted to celebrate. The issue is I have a medical condition that means I can't eat certain common ingredients, gluten and dairy. Mm-hmm. It's not a fad diet or a preference. I get very sick if I eat them. I mentioned this on the RSVP card where it asked about dietary restrictions. The bride told me the venue couldn't guarantee anything gluten or dairy-free because of cross-contamination, but she hoped I'd make do with the salad and fruit. I kind of want to say right there, if you're going to ask people if they have any dietary restrictions,
and they say, hey, you know what? We can't promise anything.
Like, then what's the point? Like,
yeah.
That's kind of up to start with. I'm sorry. Like, do you
totally agree?
Can you eat something that can kill you? Well,
like
you like fruit and salad.
I have a severe allergy on peanuts. Well,
deal with it. We're serving peanut butter and jelly at this wedding, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
But I think just to start off right off the bat, if this is in fact true, why are you gonna go through the trouble of asking people,
yeah,
and then turning around and saying like,
well, deal with it. We can't promise you anything, but you eat the grass outside.
Right. It's just like, why go through the trouble?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. When someone asks that, like when we have people over to eat,
yes,
I'll usually ask them, do you have any like food allergies or aversions, things you don't like?
Because we prepare, we worry about you feel good and not feel bad.
Right. We had one guest that explicitly said he doesn't like mushrooms, and we cook with a lot of mushrooms here. So we made sure we didn't add any mushrooms to anything we did. And if it was like outside of the scope of what we can guarantee, then we would say like, okay, then maybe we'll just get some takeout or we'll just do something else.
You also must understand it's a wedding. You're not gonna prepare separate dishes. Like if there is like multiple people like this, maybe, but if it's a one person, you not prepare food. It's like it's being vegan when you go hang out with the friends in a steakhouse. You're gonna have French fries and salad. There is no such a thing because just for you, nobody's gonna change their life. Not a lifestyle, but like if we decide to go to the steakhouse, just because you don't eat steak, it doesn't mean we all need to eat salad.
Right, but they asked.
Yeah,
maybe it's a nice thing to do, but don't ask if you don't plan on changing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get back into the story. I didn't want to cause trouble, so I quietly brought a small container of safe food in my bag, literally just grilled chicken and rice. When dinner was served, I discreetly went outside for 5 minutes, ate it quickly, then came back in to join everyone. I didn't make a scene, didn't bring smelly food, didn't take anything away from the event. Turns out the groom's mother saw me with the container outside and apparently told a bunch of people I was disrespecting the caterer and making the couple look cheap. At the reception, she confronted me and said I was embarrassing the family and that I should have just eaten beforehand if I had an issue. I explained that I wanted to be there for the full event and didn't want to faint or get sick. She rolled her eyes and said I was selfish and that the weddings is about the couple, not about your diet. Some of our mutual friends also agreed that I made an asshole move and made the couple look bad. Now I'm wondering if I really crossed the line. I didn't want to draw attention, but maybe I should have handled it differently. So am I the asshole for bringing my own food to the wedding?
I don't understand the issue with the family. Why it's embarrassing? Like, oh, they
You
look.
disrespected the caterer.
I mean,
Who cares?
they don't care.
They got paid.
And also, you need to worry about, like, okay, I will say, I totally understand that you feel weird, but nobody say you cheap. You say you make us look cheap. Maybe you not spend enough money and you feel like you cheap and you just
Definitely some projection there. For sure.
projection 100%. Why you being that much protective to whatever?
I wonder if other people know about her allergies, and she brought up that they asked them and said, "Oh, we can't change anything," so that makes them look cheap.
Could be, but also, you know what? I don't think you need to go out. You can just take your stuff, put on your plate, and just eat it with everyone. You don't need to go away and hide.
Yeah, maybe they took offense to that.
And if someone sees as a like a weird thing, it's just like, no, I just want to have fun with everyone. And if they don't understand that, it's kind of like, you know, it's like, oh, it's so good friend from college or university, whatever. Like, if they not worry a lot about the situation that you in, why you want to feel bad? Like, you want for your friend feel bad?
Marie, you don't get it. She disrespected the caterer. She should have had her dairy shits in the bathroom, and now she's disrespecting the bathroom by not using it.
Yeah, they
It's ridiculous. It's just that ridiculous.
they milk the cow specifically for cheese for you.
And you can't even eat the cheese. Listen, she did probably the most respectful thing. Like, you asked her, do you have any restrictions, any allergies? Yes, I do. Too bad. She could have made a big stink about it. She could have, like, talked a lot of shit to people at the reception. And it seems like she's nice enough that she didn't. She probably felt embarrassed that she had to bring extra food so she didn't, like, you know, have to run to the bathroom and have a really bad emergency or, like, get really, really sick otherwise. Like, she had to go eat in the parking lot. Like I used to eat McDonald's in the parking lot, like in my car where no one would see me. Like, that's embarrassing.
What?
Don't worry about it. But that's embarrassing, and that sucks. I agree with you that, like, maybe they kind of took offense because she, like, went away and ate, and it's like, oh, is our food not good enough for you? It's like, I'm sure it's great, but it would kill me. Like, do you think they would have felt any differently if she was like, let me just get a plate and a fork and I'll just put my stuff on there?
I don't think you need to be afraid or embarrassed to just say, I can't eat that. Why you must feel bad because if you're gonna eat that, you're gonna feel bad. And it's about everything. And this food is like one of those things that, especially allergy, if we're talking about, if it's not like I'm just on a diet, I can't eat treats, whatever. It's the one thing. Another thing, it's when it's your health. You can say like, oh, okay, I'm gonna eat it and then I'm gonna feel so bad. And what? Yeah. You make this wedding much worse if they need to call the ambulance for you.
Right. You know what's another thing I'm kind of like picking apart this post? Another thing that she mentioned that I could kind of understand. The issue that I have is a medical condition that means I can't eat certain common ingredients. It's not a fad diet or a preference. So like sometimes people will say like, oh, I'm gluten free. Like as like
just
a diet.
for like healthy.
Right. Like I eat gluten free or like I avoid dairy. And then sometimes people kind of feel the type of way about that. Like, oh, you're too good for our food. But like she stressed, like, no, this stuff will get me really sick if I eat it. So she's probably feels self-conscious of the fact that there's probably this weird stigma towards people with dietary restrictions. Like,
I don't know where it's come from. I mean,
well,
I understand.
It was a common thing, like people.
The fashion thing, like, oh, right now celebrities don't eat the gluten, but honestly, gluten it's not bad for you. Like a dairy not bad for you
Unless
if you don't have allergy on it. And if you have allergy, you're definitely gonna know that you have an allergy. Not fun. Have an allergy, not fun. And it can be deadly, unfortunately, especially if you're not treated in a right. Like, I believe dairy. Most of the people have like really bad gut issue after drink or eat dairy, but gluten is just, it can be really bad. I will say that because your body react. Nobody's mad at you if you have an allergy on peanuts or penicillin. Nobody say like, oh, you can eat the peanut butter.
You know what some people do though?
It's insane.
There's definitely some Reddit stories that I've heard where like people thought that peanut allergies was just a weakness and you could eat your way out of it. Maybe we could find one of those in the future.
It's insane.
You got to understand that, like, not everybody is very compassionate when it comes to that stuff. Not the asshole. I think what you did was extremely courteous. You didn't expect anyone to cater or bend over backwards to accommodate you. You quietly took care of your own needs in private so you can be there to celebrate your friend. Anyone that thinks otherwise is honestly ridiculous. The caterer is hired to be there. They're getting paid either way. They don't care if you eat their food or not. Such a silly thing to even suggest you were being disrespectful. The groom's mother sounds miserable and needs to get a life.
I think it's kind of a projection, because why are you being so protective towards something that nobody's even mentioned?
You know, maybe it's because she paid for it. It kind of reminds me of something that I did when I was younger. I think I was probably 14 or 15. I went to one of my cousin's weddings. My brothers and I were a little older. We wanted to sit with the older people, but they put us in the kids' table with 5, 6-year-olds. No, you're kids, you sit with the kids. So we're just there sitting with a bunch of children, not having a great time.
Okay.
The waiter came around, or the caterer came around to get everyone's order. I think it was a chicken dish, a steak dish. But for the children, they had chicken tenders and fries. So the kids were like, oh yeah, I want chicken tenders and fries. And then everyone else at the table were like, you know what? Chicken tenders and fries sounds good. We're at the kids' table. So we all ordered chicken tenders and fries. And apparently my cousin, the bride, was pissed off because they spent so much money for these chicken and steak dishes that they didn't have people eat, because we all ordered chicken tenders and French fries.
What about other people? What other adults? They just chicken tenders. That's what we want in a wedding.
Yeah. Listen, I'm with you. Maybe that's projection, but we're you're gonna treat us like kids. You're gonna put us at the kids' table. We're gonna eat like kids. I say that to say that when people spend the money on this kind of stuff, and maybe the mother-in-law was responsible for that, or the bride's mother, was responsible for that. Maybe she felt a type of way, oh, is my food not good enough for you? You're disrespecting the caterers, you're disrespecting us, you're disrespecting the family.
More important is why you it's probably not 1 or 2 people in a wedding, right? Why you worry about for example, if it's 100 people, right? It's a big wedding. Just imagine if you take the long time non-seen friend from university, whatever. There's a good amount of people in a wedding, right? And you worry about one person who just eating their own food, not bothering anyone.
Okay, so we're trying to seek out some "you're the asshole" comments, because I think we generally agree she's not the asshole. She's trying to protect her house.
But we're curious what other people think, and maybe they have a different types of opinion.
Let me read some of them. One person wrote, "You're the asshole. I might be going against majority people here, but it does look disrespectful to do this at someone's event." 1 downvote. Probably deserves another. LOL, you're the asshole. Most definitely. You couldn't go a couple of hours surviving on fruit and salad? Other than that, it doesn't look like there's too many of those. One commenter kind of agreed with what you said a little bit earlier. Not the asshole, but you should have asked the caterer for a clean plate and just put your food on it and eat it at the table like everyone else. You don't deserve to have to scarf down your food in 5 minutes in a parking lot like you're consuming something illegal, like a cheeseburger in your car. I've gotten really militant about respecting people's dietary needs since my niece was diagnosed with celiac 2 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. You don't need to be ashamed to eat your food. You know what? Sometimes, even at work, at least I have this little experience that people who's worked with me in the office was a little bit more rich, if I can say. So they not bring the food with them. They go downstairs to the restaurant and order stuff and come with like a little fancy bags with a little fancy whatever dishes. Mm-hmm. And I have my little box with the food that I prepare at home, and I feel so awkward to eat that, to pick it up, because they just ooh, I have McDonald's, I have McDonald's.
McDonald's, I got McDonald's.
Like this thing. And I'm just having I don't know, rice and grilled chicken. I'm not eating chicken, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Vegan grilled chicken. And one day another girl comes with the same a little box. And she just take the plate, put this everything, put this really cute, like not eating from the box, eating from the plate. She put this plate in a microwave. She's warm it up. It's like it's good. She take the fork, take a knife, and start eating. And I'm like, and nobody's like say anything like, oh, you have food at home. No, everyone was absolutely okay with it, and they eating their restaurant food, she eating her food, and I'm like, oh, so who cares? I start to do that, never feel bad about the food that I eat. I'm not a fan of eating on the streets. It's just people look at you. But yeah, wedding, okay, you can just eat with everyone. And if it wasn't the stinky food, that's great. Don't eat the fish, especially like, I don't know, kind of like greasy, stinky fish anywhere, like only at your home.
That includes gas station sushi.
You trying to say in a gas station sushi that you can find the fish in it?
I don't think there's fish in that.
I don't think it's not even sushi in it. I'm not sure there's a rice.
The reality is, the wedding was cheap as f. If they couldn't get you a gluten-free or dairy-free meal, and that you were somehow expected to suffer in silence for an entire evening surviving on lettuce and fruit, you weren't drawing attention to this. They did.
I agree, 100%. They say it out loud. They think that way by themselves.
Yeah, and I think just unfortunately some people are just drawn to drama, and if there is none, then they make it.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate thing. Like, I'm sorry that your college friend's family seemed to be like a total dud and they were pretty mean to you, but you did the right thing. The only thing differently I think we can both agree on is you should have just asked for a plate and ate with everyone else.
Yeah.
I can agree that looks funny. It's like, why don't you want to eat with us? You know, but you're just trying to be polite. And I think we understand that.
It's better that even if you eating like on a parking lot, it's better you eating for like a half hour there than sitting in a toilet for like rest of the evening.
Yeah, for sure. Any last thoughts before we close this out?
Allergies sucks. And weird friends sucks.
Allergies and weird friends suck. We hope that you're eating something that doesn't upset your tummy. We'd like to thank you for joining us for another lunch break. Sound off in the comments. Let us know what you think. Maybe there's someone out there that thinks she was a complete jerk. Let us know.
If you're still not subscribed on our channel, please subscribe. We have lots of different shows, and put the like. Just like click on it. It's just it's magical thing that make us really happy. We dancing like this. Let's go. I'll show how we dance. Yeah, each like make us dance. So more likes, longer we dance.
Yes.
See you soon in another episode of Lunch Break.
Bye.
Bye.